Hey guys. So I wanted to touch on a subject that I get asked about kind of frequently. And I thought it was really important to cover this for a few reasons. What I wanted to talk about today was what to do when your business doesn't take off as quickly as you thought it would. Or what to do when you are not as successful as you thought you would be initially with It Works. How do you handle that? What do you do? So, I first wanted to talk about, guys, there's actually some like legitimate reasons that right now things are a little bit slower. Ben and I were talking about these yesterday. And I thought they were worth mentioning so that you know, not that you use these as an excuse not to work, but being aware. I like to be aware of issues so I can kind of stare them down. If I have a problem, I want to look it straight in the eyes. I don't want to kind of like avert my attention from it. If there's a problem, I want to be able to attack it. So first of all, it's worth mentioning that we are in the fourth quarter. We are in a health and beauty industry, and honestly, guys, like we're really in like a time of year where it is much slower this time of year than it is like our busy season is like from New Year's resolutions, like the very beginning of the year through summer. This time of year, people are bundling up. People are spending money on the holidays, and a lot of people, because they're buying Christmas presents and Thanksgiving feasts and things like that, they aren't really looking to spend a lot of money on themselves. So just this time of year, fourth quarter, it is just a very natural thing that sales drop this time of year. Now, does it have to be like that? Of course not. Are there teams that experience growth? Yes, and I hope that we will be one of those teams. Obviously, like with intentional hard work and effort, we can, change the graph. But even Mark last year at the top 150 income earners training, they call that Dash. At Dash last year, he released a graph for everybody to see that showed our sales throughout all of 2014 and all of 2015. And there's a noticeable decline toward the fourth quarter, like in through the last part of the year. So if you're new to our team, or if you joined like summertime, late summer, I don't want you to freak out if you are not like getting multiple messages a day on Instagram. Guys, this time of year, like it's almost November, and there's not many people who are like really serious about getting a bikini body right now, right? So it's normal to have a lower interest in your posts at this moment. That doesn't mean slack off. That actually means be more consistent with it, because when those people are ready to order, they're going to order from the person that they have seen be consistent, that they've seen the most posts from. So know that the fourth quarter, generally, you do see a dip. Now, don't use that as an excuse not to work, but just know that that's there. The next thing is this is an election year. And historically speaking, for sales everywhere, not just with It Works, I'm talking like every company that's involved in sales, just statistically during election years, sales go down. I'm not even going to begin to explain why, because I have no idea. It makes no sense to me. When I was talking to Ben about this, he just said because people are uncertain, like they don't want to be spending money on something when they're uncertain about the economy. So I guess that's it. I don't really know, like, I don't know why, but Kara Murphy, our ambassador upline, actually told that to us. And so after researching a little bit, it actually is true. During election years, people just don't buy as much. When this election is over and the dust settles from it, this should not be an issue anymore. I had mentioned that, our busy season comes from like January through the summer. So last year, my enroller, my upline, Christy, told me, as we were going into the fourth quarter, she told me, you may see a drop in your volume. You may not see as many loyal customers, over the next couple weeks, just because people are really getting ready for the holidays. But she told me this. She said, if you knew what I knew was coming in the spring, I promise you'll stick with this. And I went through a really rough patch last winter, with people quitting on me and my volume going down, and I was really struggling. But I remember her saying, if you knew what I knew was coming in the spring, you would hold on and work your business really hard. And so I did. I stuck with it, and I worked my business even harder than I did before, and I rebuilt, and I continued to post, and I continued to follow, and I continued to wrap people. I just stuck with it. And guys, there's no, like, I can't even really tell you, like, when we get to conference, your businesses are going to explode. She was right. Like, we went to conference, they announced double good bonuses, we released new products, we opened in new countries. Guys, my business, it more than doubled. I went from being a struggling double diamond to my volume was nearly triple diamond without even promoting. Like, that's how high my volume got. So I know that right now, if things seem a little slow, I'm telling you, if you can just hold on, work your business consistently, guys, in the spring, come February, when we get to conference, Mark said there have never been promotions like this before coming. And if he's already done double good bonuses before for us, I cannot even imagine what is coming. Plus, I want you to think about this. We are only open in a dozen or two countries right now. We are working on opening in dozens more. Guys, we haven't even started in Asia and South America. Can you imagine when we open up in China, how this is going to just radically take off? The Chinese, who are so, like, they're very consumed with appearance and being tiny and keeping up that physical physique. Guys, there's billions of people in Asia. When we open up in Asia, our businesses, it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So all that to say, this time of year, plus it's an election year, there's actual scientific reasons why you might not be experiencing like exponential growth right now. But one thing I want to tell you is hang on. Because if you can push through this, if you can stay consistent, if you can work your business really hard and plant seeds all throughout the winter months, if you are just consistently messaging people, if you're consistently wrapping people, if you're consistently posting, guys, when it comes spring, you are not even going to be able to keep up with the growth on your team. It's going to be amazing. So stick with it. So that takes us to things to know and what to do when you are experiencing a time of slow growth, or you're just not taking off like you thought that you would. So the first thing that I want you to keep in mind is that this business is a marathon and not a sprint. I want you to write that down somewhere where you can see it. This is a marathon and not a sprint. You are in this business to change your life. Do not judge the success of this based on 1 or 2 months. There are so many people who join and they work their business for a month and they're like, okay, this isn't for me. I don't have people like knocking on my door wanting me to sign them up as customers. This just isn't for me. And then they end up quitting. See, most people judge their success based on asking a couple of friends or just posting even. And posting isn't asking. I can't I can't stress that enough. Just posting on social media and waiting for people to come to you, that's not growing your business. That's not asking. So usually when people join and quit very quickly, it's because they will ask their cousin and their mother-in-law, and if they get hit with any initial no's, they automatically throw their hands up and they think, well, this business isn't for me, because they thought everybody would be flocking to them to sign up as loyal customers and distributors. Guys, don't base your success on just a month or two of working your business. If I have learned anything in the last year and a half, it is that there are times of lean and there are times of plenty. That's just the way this business works. What you need to be consistently doing, what you need to be consistently remembering is you're in this to build a life. You're not a flash in the pan, okay? Do some people join and experience crazy growth initially? Sure, that happens. But if that's not your story, then it doesn't mean that this isn't for you. What you need to be doing on a daily basis is planting seeds, day in and day out. What are the seeds that you're planting? You are posting consistently on social media. At least 6 times a day, you're posting on social media. We've got videos. If you don't know what to post, there's a video for that. You need to be messaging people from your warm market, or calling them, or meeting them. Every single day, you need to be reaching out to people that you know. You need to be reaching out to people that you don't know. People who like your posts on social media, message them. Say, hey, thanks so much for loving on my post. I really appreciate it. That was really nice. If you ever have any questions, just shoot them my way. I'd love to answer them for you. Don't be confrontational, but get their attention. Once you message them, I promise you, you will have their attention and they will start noticing your posts more. You should be rapping people constantly. You should always be rapping people. Black Diamond, what's her name? Denise Walsh. She's like our number 3 income earner. She always says at the end of the day, rapping people is what makes you the most money. So you're planting seeds every day, okay? And remember this. A farmer does not go outside one day and plant a bunch of seeds and then go out the next day and expect to see full-grown corn stalks. Okay, that's foolish, right? We almost laugh at that. Like, no farmer would go out 24 hours later and expect to see full-blown corn stalks. It doesn't happen that way. Neither does it happen that way with your business. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Your job is to plant the seed and work it consistently. And I promise you, if you are willing to do that day in and day out, you will reap the reward from that. You will see people join your team and purchase your products, even if they don't do it right away. If you're planting the seeds, eventually they will come. I promise. The next thing, number 2, success is not the same for everyone. Moral of the story is, don't compare yourself with other people, ever, okay? So let me tell you a little story. There is an Ambassador Diamond. Her name is Courtney Lavey. You may follow her. She and I joined the same month. She went Ambassador Diamond in 11 months, and she is now working on her second diamond spot in her 2.0 account. So I joined the same month she did, and I'm still at double diamond. Since we joined, she has not only promoted all the way to the highest rank in the company, she has also promoted all the way up to, well, she's almost promoted to diamond again. And I'm still sitting at double diamond. Now, that could get me in a big funk. Like, how in the world can we join the exact same month and she can experience such crazy, amazing growth, promotions, bonuses? She's a top income earner now. Guys, that could get me like seriously discouraged. But instead, you may feel that way with some other people. Like, you may say, I joined at this time and I've not even promoted yet, or this person promoted to diamond in 5 months and I haven't even promoted to ruby yet and I've been in for 6 months. Whatever your story is, don't compare yourself with other people. Your journey is your journey. The Lord has given you this path for you to walk, and He has a story specifically for you. And somebody else's success does not equal your failure. It would be really easy for me to look at Courtney Labby and think that I have failed at this business. Like, if she's almost out promoted me twice now. And instead of thinking like I'm a failure because I'm not doing that, her success does not equal my failure. I'm still doing really well in this business. Even though my journey looks nothing like hers, this is the path that the Lord has for me. And so instead of getting in a funk and getting discouraged about it, don't let someone else's success get you down. Don't compare yourself with other people. Most of you know who Cami Dempsey is. Cami Dempsey is a black diamond. So black diamond is actually just a status. So she's an ambassador diamond, but black diamonds are ambassador diamonds who have earned $100,000 a month or more for at least 6 consecutive months. And she's done it way longer than 6 months now. She's the number 2 income earner in the company. Okay, think about this. Cami Dempsey, when she joined this business, she did not sign a distributor for 6 months. It took her 6 months to sign her first distributor. So, with that being said, if at any point in time she got discouraged during those 6 months and gave up, she would be like, think about all she would have given up. The woman is making millions of dollars with It Works now, but she was not an instant success. It took her 6 months to sign a distributor up. Do you think she cares now that it took her 6 months? Of course not. So keep the big picture in mind here. You're not in this to be an overnight success. Would it be nice? Sure. I'm not going to act like it's not going to be nice if you don't promote quickly. But it just goes to show you, she's the number 2 income earner in the company. She's ambassador diamond. She's black diamond. She makes so much money, and she did not sign a distributor for 6 months. So no, if your story doesn't look like somebody else's who promoted really quickly, that does not mean that this business is not for you. It just means that you are just going to have to keep working your business. Jocelyn Yates. Jocelyn Yates joined this business and did nothing with it for 9 months. She did not promote for 9 months. Okay. Now, today, 3 years later, I think it's been 3 years since she joined the company. 3 years later, she's ambassador diamond. She's working on being black diamond, and she's the number 30 income earner in the company. Her husband is her presidential diamond. So together, they're clearing probably at least $60,000 a month. Just crazy amounts of money. And she did nothing with her business for 9 months after she joined. Christy Christensen, she's an ambassador diamond now. Guys, I love Christy's story because she actually joined this business and she promoted and lost her rank, and then promoted again and lost her rank again. Multiple times she lost rank and could not maintain a promotion because her business kept growing and then falling off, and then growing and then falling off. It's really easy when you cannot maintain rank. It's really easy for you to give up and quit. But she didn't do it. She stuck with it, and she worked her business really hard through those rough patches. And today, she's a top income earner in the company, and she's an ambassador diamond. Does her story look like other people's stories? Nope. But you know what? She's just as successful now, 3 years later, as all of these other income earners, top income earners, who promoted really quickly. So it's all in a matter of perspective here. The end result is for you to be ambassador diamond, financially free. That doesn't have to happen overnight. Okay, you have to consistently work your business and keep that mentality. I am in this to change my life, not to be a flash in the pan. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I'm going to stay consistent and work my business. The next thing, number 3, that I wanted to say is there's no one way to be successful in this company. There's not like one certain magic thing that you have to do to be successful, but there's 1,000 different ways that you can be successful. So a lot of what we do is on social media. And I fear that we have hidden behind our phones for so long that we think our only way to be successful with It Works is by posting on social media. And guys, that is just not true. So when you say things like, my business isn't working, instead, I want you to scratch that sentence from your vocabulary. And instead, what I want you to say is, my approach to my business is not working. Because posting on social media is just one way that you could be running your business. Guys, there's so many other ways that you can be signing up loyal customers and distributors. You can be out blitzing people, okay? And it doesn't have to be awkward. Like, you can be standing in line waiting to pick up your kids, at daycare. Oh, hey, you coming home from work? And then blitz them. Like, talk naturally to people. Ask them how their day was, where they're going. Be kind, be friendly. Blitz people. That's one way. You can be wrapping people. Remember what Denise Walsh says? At the end of the day, wrapping people is what makes you the most money. You could be wrapping people. You could be having wrap parties in your home. Guys, there's so many different ways. Oh, and another good thing is doing vendor events. So, like with the holidays coming up, there's probably so many like fall festivals and turkey trots and different things where you could be setting up a booth, getting your name out there and letting people sample our products. That's a great way to get your business out and into your local community. So don't be trapped into this mindset that I post on social media 8 times a day and I don't have anybody signing up as a distributor. You need to get out from behind your phone. If you are not experiencing consistent growth from social media, so if you're not completing your steps to success, 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors, if you are not doing that from social media, you need to get out from behind your phone and you need to actually talk face to face with people. That's just what it boils down to. I heard them say at It Works You that business is personal. And if you want to really see an increase in your business, then you need to get out and be personable with people. You need to be face to face with them. You need to be talking to people. You need to be putting the wraps on people. So get out of this mindset that I post on social media 8 times a day. Nobody's coming to sign up on my team, so this must not be for me. That's not the case at all. If that is your mentality, then you need to put your phone down. You need to grab a stack of blitz cards and a box of wraps, and you need to get out and start blitzing people and talking to people. I promise you, your business will change when you start blitzing, wrapping, and repeating. That kind of goes hand in hand with number 4. So number 4, I wrote down that social media is not an overnight success for anyone. I don't care how many followers you start out with on Instagram. I don't care how many friends you have on Facebook when you start. Social media is not an overnight success. My Instagram did not really take off for me until I had probably over 1,500 followers. And if I had to venture, like, Instagram is much more saturated now than it was a year and a half ago when I joined, because we've taught all of our new distributors, go follow people. So now it's not uncommon for one person to have 2 or 3 rap girls following her. So Instagram is much more saturated now than it was before. So where it took me 1,500 followers or so to start getting consistent hits, I would venture to say it's probably at least double that now. So I would not even base your success in this business on Instagram at all, ever, but certainly not until you have at least 3,000 or 4,000 followers. Just because, guys, it's just not an overnight success. You have to With social media, you have to consistently, daily work it. Planting seeds, messaging people, commenting on pictures, interacting with your followers. It takes daily work. And guys, I have like 10,500 followers now. I'm closing in on 11,000 followers. And guys, I still have dry periods from Instagram. Like, there's still times where I'm like, it's been several days and nobody's messaged me. If that's the case, you have to be consistently growing your followers. I have always found that if I am not getting consistent feedback from Instagram and Facebook, it's because I've got a stale audience. So I need to increase my followers as quickly as possible because I need fresh eyes viewing my material. Is really what it boils down to. So if you're just starting out, or if you're still in your first 6-8 months or so, know that Instagram and Facebook are not an overnight success for anybody. You have got to work it diligently and consistently, day in and day out. And don't even think, like, if you start getting any hits before, I'd say probably 4,000 followers, be thankful. And then after that, just consistently work it all the time, and you'll start to see an increase in that. The next thing that I wanted to say, and this is for people who aren't probably necessarily brand new. So if you've been in the business for a couple of months now and you missed a bonus, guys, I see more people quit after they miss a Ruby bonus, the $500 cash Ruby bonus. I've seen more people quit after that time period. Well, I say that. I actually see more people quit after like a month of working. But secondly, I see people quit the second most amount of times if they miss a Ruby bonus. We've got to get out of bonus mentality. And I can't stress this enough. So our compensation plan is so incredible, that your paycheck, every time you promote, you unlock more of the compensation plan. And your paycheck grows exponentially as you promote. So if you missed a bonus, forget about it. Keep going. Now, I'm not going to say, who cares? If you can get a bonus, you better work your butt off and get that bonus. Those are nice. Like, who wouldn't want that bonus, right? I'm not going to act like they're not important, because they are. If you can promote and get a bonus, you better bust your butt and get that bonus. But at the end of the day, if you don't promote within a bonus promotion time, like if you miss your Ruby bonus, guys, it is not the end of the world. I want to put it into perspective for you. So the $500 cash Ruby bonus, my paycheck, it took me 2 months to go Ruby. When I first joined, my first paycheck was only $57. That's it. 57. Not much. 2 months later, when I promoted to Ruby, like not counting the bonus money that I got, if you take off that money, my paycheck from being a distributor, then promoting to Ruby, my check went from $57. Then as a Ruby, my first Ruby paycheck was like $450. My paycheck went up $400 promoting to Ruby, with not figuring in any bonus money. So in the long run, like, yes, a bonus would be great to get. Don't get me wrong. But like, why stop working? Because your ultimate goal is to change your life, right? This is a marathon, not a sprint. Why not keep working toward that end? Because if I had given up after that time, I would have never known how much money I could have made. Like, in the end, you're going to make way more money than that $500 cash bonus. Way more money. So don't get discouraged and think this is probably not for me because I missed my Ruby bonus. Guys, that's not the case at all. Like, even with good bonuses. Okay, so let me just explain. So I got the $10,000 diamond bonus. And like I said, if you can get them, get them. They're great. I got the the $10,000 diamond bonus. But let me just break it down for you. While that bonus is really nice, I'm glad I got it. It's paid out over 2 years. Okay? So I only make $400 a month extra on that diamond bonus. Is it nice? Sure. Who would turn their nose up at an extra $400 a month, right? But when you put it into perspective like that, like, it's only $400 a month. So if you miss a bonus, okay, go sign up 4 extra people a month on your team and make $400 a month in fast start bonuses. Bam, you took care of the missed bonus. That's how simple it is. When we get trapped in this bonus mentality, like, I'm not going to promote unless there's bonuses, or I missed a bonus, so I'm going to stop working. Guys, in the long run, by working your business and promoting, you make so much more money than what you would if you had given up because of a stupid $500 bonus. Like, you have to keep perspective here. This is just a bonus. Like, our compensation plan is so incredible that you can actually make up that difference. So if you miss the $10,000 diamond bonus, sign up 4 people a month extra on your team and make it back in fast start bonuses. That's as easy as it is. If you ask any black diamond, so any of our top 3 income earners, if you ask any black diamond how many bonuses they received, you know what the answer would be? None. They received 0 bonuses. Do you know why? They were not even available for them. There were no bonuses in existence. They just worked their business, promoted to the next highest rank, continued growing their paychecks, and now they're all millionaires. Why? Because they worked their business day in and day out. So don't get caught up in a bonus mentality. Brooke Taylor Tomatich, I'm not really sure how to say her last name. She's like the number 13 income earner in the company. I heard her talk at the Atlanta It Works You last month. And she got up in front of everybody and she said, guys, so many people quit after their Ruby bonus. Like, they don't get their Ruby bonus, so they just kind of quit. And she told her story and it was fascinating. She said that it took her 7 months to promote to Ruby. 7. She joined and just could not promote for 7 months. It took her 7 straight months of no promoting. And then finally, after 7 months, she finally promoted to Ruby. Some of you haven't even been in the company for that long. And you're thinking about giving up because you haven't promoted yet or because you missed a bonus. Okay? Think about Brooke. 7 months it took her to promote to Ruby. And then a year it took her to promote to Diamond. 4 years later, she has made it into the Millionaires Club with It Works. She's the number 13 or 14 income earner, and she's an Ambassador Diamond. Do you think she cares now that it took her 7 months to promote to Ruby? Heck no, it doesn't. Keep perspective here. You are in this company to change your life. You are not in it to be an overnight success. You must work your business diligently, consistently, day in and day out. The people who are successful in this company, and I cannot stress this enough, the people who are successful in this company are not necessarily the best looking ones. They're not necessarily the ones who have the most people skills. The people who succeed in this company are the people who have grit. And you just stick with it. So that's what you got to do. Get out of bonus mentality. Know that every time you promote with or without a bonus, your paycheck is going to grow so much it doesn't even matter if you get a bonus. If you can get it, great. If not, it is not the end of the world. And then finally, this is the last thing I wanted to say. You need to learn the difference between motivation and dedication. Okay? Whether you are brand new in this company or you have been in for 1.5 years, you need to learn the difference. And guys, I'm going to be really honest. There are still days that I struggle with motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It does. It is like this in every aspect of life. Okay? I mean, think of the gym. Like, some people are really motivated at the beginning of the year to go to the gym and get healthy, and then come March, there's nobody in there, right? Same thing with eating healthy. But look at New Year's resolutions. Like, everybody starts the year with so much motivation to be a better person. I'm going to read 3 books a month and I'm going to run 2 miles every day. And by the end of the year, how many of those resolutions were kept? Very, very few. That's because motivation comes and goes. Dedication is the ability to stick with something long after the feeling, the wanting to, has left you. Dedication is a character trait that needs to be developed in your life. The word quit should never even be in your vocabulary, ever. Take quitting off the table. Like, quitting should be such a foreign concept to you that you are like, I wouldn't even know what to do if I didn't have It Works in my life. I don't know what I would do, honestly. Like, I am fulfilling my purpose in life with this company. I could not even imagine at this point walking away from my business because I've learned to be dedicated. Now, does that mean that I am gung-ho, it works every single day from sunup to sundown? No. I have hard days. I have tough days. I have discouraging days. I have days that I want to put my phone down and walk away. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I need a break. But you're never going to see me quit because I have developed the character trait of dedication to this company. You will be discouraged. That's just how it is, guys. It's like this in marriage. Sorry, honey. It's like this in marriage. It's like this in fitness. It's like this in every aspect of your life. I heard Susan Wade, Ambassador Diamond Susan Wade, one time say, this is like a marriage. Like, when you first get married, you're so in love and you can't get enough of each other. But after a while, the honeymoon's over, right? You see dirty clothes laying on the floor and you're doing dishes and suddenly it's not so glamorous anymore. But you choose to love your spouse and you choose to continue working through the difficult times. And this is similar, okay? Like, you learn dedication to your business. You learn that, guys, no matter what job you had, you're going to have good days and bad days. You can quit this and go to another job and have sucky days somewhere else too, right? Like, not every day is going to be perfect. And you have to learn. This company has the ability to change your life in ways you don't even know yet. Learn dedication. Learn to fall in love with this company every single day. There will be days that it's hard and there will be days that it's discouraging. But you know what? That's just motivation. It comes and goes. I promise you, if you stick with it and if you keep working your business diligently and consistently, the motivation will return. I promise. I promise. It always does. Anytime I'm discouraged and I feel like, I don't know what I'm going to do and this is really difficult, when I am dedicated to it and I continue doing what I'm supposed to be doing, every time, 100% of the time, the motivation always returns to me. Guys, our income disclosure statement says that 82% of all people who join our company stay at a distributor rank and never promote. So they either join and never do anything with their business or join and quit. 82%. What does that mean? That means that 82 out of 100 people, 82% of people who join this business don't have the dedication to stick with it and end up quitting or doing nothing with it. Don't be a part of that number. Guys, we have not even touched the tip of the iceberg. We only have 150,000 paid distributors. We are not even open yet in Asia and South America. Just you wait. As sure as I am sitting here, I promise you, our company, our businesses are going to explode when that happens. Everybody hits rough patches. Everybody has slow seasons. But it's important to remember these things, okay? So this is a marathon, not a sprint. Be in this for the long haul. Number 2, success isn't the same for everyone. Someone else's success is not your failure. Don't compare yourself to other people. There's no one way to be successful, but 1,000 different ways to be successful. If you are not an overnight success with social media, get off your phone, put your phone down, and go outside and start rapping people. Number 4, know that social media is not an overnight success for anyone. It takes diligent, consistent work. Number 5, don't get caught up in a bonus mentality. Let that go. And then number 6, learn the difference between motivation and dedication. And guys, I promise you, if you can keep these things in mind and put these into practice, your business will change. And like I said when I first started, if you guys knew what I knew was coming in the spring, I promise you, your businesses are going to explode. The majority of you are on our team right now as a direct result of the few of us who were in this company last winter, like January, February, because of that boom. Think about that. Like, you are a direct result of the big boom we experienced after conference and after spring. So guys, if you knew what was coming, I promise you, you would just stay consistent, work your business day in and day out, do what you're supposed to do. And I promise you, come February, you're not even going to know what's happened with your business. It's going to take off. So I hope this helps, guys.